Ava Kris Tyson has some pretty disgusting allegations against her right now regarding being sexual and very inappropriate with a 13-year-old. And the underage person at the time goes by Lava. They're now 20 years old. But this is one of the examples of the inappropriate behavior on a public forum nonetheless, where she responded to their tweet and said, "I posted some fire nudes for you. Please no share." And some people are saying it's just an edgy, dark sense of humor and whatnot. And it very well could be. Some people have very strange senses of humor, you know, average coworker behavior. But that's still fucking weird to joke about stuff like that with someone that you are aware is underage. But that's not the only bad part. There's even more Twitter responses. She said, "But not $5? Pathetic, JK." So even if nothing else, at the very least, this is disgusting and weird behavior. You shouldn't be acting like this as a grown adult talking to a very underage person. But a very strange part of this to me is that you can't deny this is disturbing behavior, but people are trying to take this situation and twist it and warp it because there's a trans person involved and try to make it a whole trans issue and just being transphobic for absolutely fucking no reason. It's a disgusting person, and that's it. It has nothing to do with what their sexuality is or what their gender is. That doesn't matter. Keemstar posted this and said Mr. Beast put him directly in contact with Lava, and Lava said, "I was not groomed by Kris Tyson. I did not meet Kris Tyson by myself. I meet Kris and the Mr. Beast crew with my family present. I ran a Discord with Kris when I was 13 and edgy, inappropriate jokes were said. That's it." And to that, I do have to say, sending sexual, edgy jokes to a 13-year-old, what more really needs to be said? That is disgusting. It's very weird and just unacceptable behavior. But the victim in question says he's not a victim and that nothing ever happened, nothing sexual ever happened. It was just very weird behavior online. Don't get me wrong though, I'm not trying to defend her. I think the behavior displayed here is terrible and inexcusable. However, there is more evidence on top of those Twitter replies. There's also this Snapchat here that Lava posted in the Discord that him and Kris apparently ran together, where she said, "Coming for America" with CUMM. Get it? Funny, haha, come. Sex joke. Like, no one should be sending these kind of messages to someone regardless of age, but the fact that they were sent to someone who was 13 at the time it's a cause for concern. It definitely raises some alarms, and the alarm bells are ringing. And someone who used to be involved with the Mr. Beast crew even came out and said that Mr. Beast knew everything. He knew about all of this. He said Jimmy knew, which is kind of self-incriminating because doesn't that also mean that he knew? Since he knew that Jimmy knew, that means he also knew and chose to say nothing and do nothing about it. So, I don't know. Your hands might be just as dirty there. The blood's on your hands also. You can't point a finger at someone when you knew the same thing they did. So let's just continue down the rabbit hole of what we do know. And it's that Kris Tyson supported a very well-known cartoon CP artist, Shadman. The dude that everyone idolized and thought was the best thing ever. And then he started turning into a fucking sexual deviant. It says, Kris Tyson supported the cartoon CP artist Shadman that drew my daughter at age 8 in a sexual manner. This is a known fact. Privately, me and Kris Tyson even had a conversation about this roughly a month ago, and it still upsets me. This is not misinformation. This is a fact. And it says, while there's a lot of transphobic bullshit that should be debunked, Kris Tyson was still a massive Shadman fan, even commissioning art from him, which made a cameo in one of Mr. Beast's videos. She is not as clean as a lot of y'all would like her to be. And yeah, if you're familiar with Shadman, I'm not gonna sit here and give you the last time on Dragon Ball Z recap about his lore or whatever. If you know who it is, you know how disgusting they are. And the fact that someone, if anyone is a supporter of them and a fan of them, that's definitely concerning and alarming, because Shadman is an absolute disgrace. That dude is oof. And that was all of the initial information that came out about this situation. But typically when something like this happens, if you wait a day or two, all of the information will come out, and then you'll have a full complete story to look at, and you can take a step back and take it all in for what it is. And as I expected, apparently there's more messages apparently of Kris being weird with another 14-year-old. It's just like really creepy messages back from like 2019, sending hearts saying thanks dad, sending an ice cream cone, and also sending kissy faces. And that was posted under the headline that she had been caught sexually messaging a different 14-year-old around the same timeline. She would have been in contact with Lava and all of that. And Jake the Viking also responded to that and said, but wait, there's more. Now, that's really all the information I could find on it was that video. I don't know if they're like, I don't know where the proof is showing that this is an underage person. This is a shot in the dark for me personally, because it's hard to believe this situation, but the Lava situation, regardless, weird behavior. And Ava Kris Tyson did come out on Twitter and apologize for this as of yesterday evening. Said, I would like to apologize for any of my past behavior or comments if it hurt or offended anyone. It was not my intent. Seeing recent events, we've mutually decided it's best I permanently step away from all things Mr. Beast and social media to focus on my family and mental health. Overall, I think this just boils down to she was a weird, cringy edgelord back in like 2018, 2019 when this was all happening, and was one of those people that thought racism was funny, like being racist as a sense of humor is hilarious, like that kind of weird, edgy humor, and then pushed it too far when talking to people they seen as their online friends. But once again, I gotta say, the fact that they were so underage still makes this all very insanely fucking weird, and there is no excuse for it. I want to add, I never groomed anyone. The person who gets brought up in these accusations, Lava GS, has vocally supported that they are false. And yeah, I already brought that up, how Lava has been defending Chris throughout this, saying that he's not a victim. And people were responding to Lava saying he's not a victim by saying, that's what a victim would say. Oh, how much did they pay you to cover this one up? Which is fucking crazy. The person in the situation themselves says that no wrongdoing was committed in that way, and you're like, no, I don't believe you. I know better than you. And I believe Lava. There's no reason that Lava would be lying. Usually people are on the other side of the situation trying to say that they were groomed to get internet points, but he's saying no, nothing ever happened. But at the very least, the edgy jokes that were said and, you know, that kind of stuff is still inexcusable and disgusting behavior that should not be defended. Having said that, I humbly apologize to anyone I hurt with my unacceptable social media posts, past actions, and to those who may feel betrayed by how I used to act online. To lump these two factors together to create a narrative that my behavior extended beyond bad edgy jokes is disgusting and did not happen. In past years, I have learned that my old humor is not acceptable. I cannot change who I was, but I can continue to work on myself. And I do definitely believe that people can change, but some things you can't undo, like being sexual like that with a 13-year-old is something in my eyes that you can't really develop from. Sure, I mean, I think she is trying to better herself and get away from that kind of humor that she used to be into, the weird edgelord stuff. But the jokes that were said and the things that were said to a 13-year-old, that goes too far past the line to where you can't really come back. So overall, deplorable behavior, but I have hated seeing the just trans hate this has caused. People making this situation something it's not, trying to just use it to hate on trans people for absolutely no reason. A situation like this should be looked at for the individual in question and not the entire group that they are associated with. That's just fucking stupid. It's outrageous. And basically the entire trans community is being looked at poorly now because of the internet's reception and the internet being transphobic because of what one trans person did. And I can't stand when people look down on an entire group of people because of something that one person did that happens to be in that group. But regardless, that's pretty much the whole situation. That's it. It's like I said, you can't defend this kind of behavior, but I don't think anyone was groomed and I don't think any pedophilia happened. But it is, once again, absolutely disgusting, deplorable, terrible behavior that should not be excused. And other than that, I'll catch you in the next one.